Hello, good afternoon, this is Rob Koster for Cardgameexpert.com, and today I'm going to be playing some Arclight Phoenix in Grixis. I think that there should be a good Grixis deck in Modern, except for Dead Shadow. I think there's just more to it. But the one problem Grixis always has is that it just gets grinded out by Uro a lot. So what I did was I played some Surgical Extraction here, and I was like, okay, I want to play Surgical Extraction and Arclight Phoenix, so I want a bunch of free spells. And I need things to discard my Phoenix to, so I added some Merchant of the Veil. And then added some Seasoned Pyromancer as well, because I really liked it in other decks. And that got me thinking, if I'm playing Seasoned Pyromancer, and I also played a Madu Pyromancer deck a while ago, it was like, okay, so I can add Young Pyromancer. But the Phoenix deck always needs more card draw, so I added Village Rites as well. So I took basically the card engine of the Madu Pyromancer deck and added it to Arclight Phoenix. And the one thing that Young Pyromancer and Seasoned Pyromancer and Arclight Phoenix have in common, and that the Madu Pyromancer deck did very well, is they all play very well with this card. Inquisition of Kozilek and Thoughtseize are just very good with Young Pyromancer and Seasoned Pyromancer and Arclight Phoenix, because you get to go like 1 Inquisition, 2 Young Pyromancer, and which is kind of protected-ish, then 3 Seasoned Pyromancer, discard Phoenix, or you can go like the Phoenix engine of the deck and go like turn 1 Thought Scour, end of turn bin a Phoenix, turn 2 Lightning Axe, Manamorphose. Oh yeah, Manamorphose ties this all together. Like without Manamorphose, this deck would be very bad. Manamorphose is such a busted little card. Anyway, Manamorphose also really good with either Young Pyromancer or Arclight Phoenix. Yeah, Serum Visions, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Axe in here as well. Just I wanted one more removal and I wanted one more discard engine for the Arclight Phoenix. So ended up with Lightning Axe. Also kind of good with Seasoned Pyromancer, which is nice. Like, there's a lot going on in this deck. I actually am quite proud of how I built this. I played a few games with it already, just to check if like the mana base worked and stuff. And I had a ton of fun with this one. Mana base, yeah, you take a lot of damage from it, but it's going to be fine. There's no problems in this format. Like, none. It's totally the most played deck almost. Anyway, the sideboard, yeah, this is still just a work in progress. I just kind of mixed and matched a bit. I hate Tron, so I added a bunch of Cleansing Wildfires. Some more Surgicals for Graveyard Hate. I wanted more discard, but I couldn't fit it in, so I added a Thoughtseize to the sideboard. Added a Plague Engineer as well, because I can. And then just the usual suspect, like Mystical Dispute, Aether Gust, and Spell Pierce, and Mana Leak. I like my counter spells, that'll never change. With that being said, if you like the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. You can check out the deck for yourself using MANATRADERS. You can rent it. Check out the link in the description down below for that. And with that, let's get to the games. So we start off with our opponent casting a Serum Visions. We kept a double Thought Scour, Manamorphose, Seasoned Pyromancer, hoping to get something good. We top deck a Thoughtseize. We see they're on Jeskai Ascendancy, so they're on a combo deck using Jeskai Ascendancy, Mox Amber, and Emry, Lurker of the Loch to make that things untap as much as possible. Their Emry mills 2 more of their Jeskai Ascendancy, so they only have 1 more in that deck right now. And with that in mind, I decided to just play it safe, take it slow. Like, there's a 1 in 45 chance that I die next turn. It shouldn't be a thing for real. So yeah, they end up playing a Fate Stitcher and attacking in for 1. So when they're attacking on turn 3, you know everything's going well. So I just go ahead, play a Seasoned Pyromancer, get my board going a bit, and then they just untap a permanent, and they found their 4th Jeskai Ascendancy. So in their top 19 cards, they have 4 Jeskai Ascendancies, and I did not find a single Arclight Phoenix in my top 22. So that's nice, you know, it's just nice, just... You know you're getting into a Justice video when you're seeing that happen. So that's just good. Yeah, I just fast forwarded this. This is just a lot of comboing going on right here, right now. And at this point, they had enough power on the board, so I just decided to scoop. I bought out the Seasoned Pyromancer, Serum Visions, and Fatal Push, because they don't really do anything here. Yeah, they play a Mishra's Bauble and Serum Visions. I do nothing. I'm just going to keep up Mana Leak as long as I can. For especially, yeah, the Fairy here. Definitely don't want that hitting the battlefield. Then I Thought Scour them, trying to mice a Jeskai Ascendancy. This is probably wrong, actually, now that I look back at it, but seemed right at the time. I don't hit any Phoenix anyway, so it's fine. So this got a Lightning Axe to a Haggle, because I don't have a Phoenix. Immediately draw a Phoenix with. This is just such a justice little league here. So Surgical Extraction on their Mox Amber, because this turns off Lotus Breach, which is a card that deck plays. And it also turns off some of the Emery Jeskai Ascendancy line, so definitely glad to get rid of that. And there's still no Jeskai Ascendancy over there, so Sleight of Hand, and they go ahead and then Fate Stitcher my Arclight Phoenix. So they're just tapping my creature here, which means they don't really have anything to do, so I end up bolting them so I can start attacking them. And this is just a perfect time for me as well to do it, because now I can keep up Mystical Dispute while doing stuff like draw Merchant of the Veil, play Merchant of the Veil, attack him with Phoenix. They play another Teferi, Time Raveler, Destroyer of Fun. As we just keep attacking in after we counter it. Serum Visions for them again. They're just digging for an answer here at this point. They play another Fate Stitcher. I just bolt them at the end of turn. Or I didn't even wait. I just bolted them end of main phase. I'm like, yeah, you're dead. Bleh. Anyway, they did a Serum Visions. Now we're doing a Serum Visions. They do a Serum Visions again. We Inquisition them. Take a Jeskai Ascendancy here. They also have 2 Time Ravelers, which is a thing. But yeah, screw it. We're gonna beat them. I only have the 1 mana leak, so that's kind of fine. This is one thing that this deck does very well. You can operate on sorcery speed when you want to really well. So yeah, they did some stuff. Then they play at the Teferi. I just haggle it up with the Arclight Phoenix here. Just Haggle and Arclight Phoenix are so good together. Could you imagine if they printed like a 1 red mana, draw 2, discard 2 card? That would be so sick. Anyway, Thoughtseize for us. We take the Timely Reinforcement here, because I just want to be on the board as much as I can. Just make sure that their board dies. I have the counter spell. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of the Teferi. It's not going to do anything. So I Thoughtseize here, take the Underworld Breach. As I Village Rights my thingy, I can't remember. I Village Rights. I want to draw cards. Drawing cards is great. So I Surgical the stuff here so I can get the Arclight Phoenix trigger going. Arclight Phoenix swinging in. Sleight of Hand happens for them. They play another Teferi. That's the 1,000,000th one for my feeling. And this feels like they're wanting to tap me out. So I didn't trust this at all. So I drew the land. I was like, why would they want me to tap out? They bounced the Phoenix. Well, I have 4 mana, so I was like, I think I need to Inquisition, and I actually hit Underworld Breach, and if I didn't Inquisition there, I would have lost this match very profoundly. So very glad I did that. I'm not even bothering to Surgical something, because they don't have any win conditions anymore, except beating me on the board, and that's never happening in a million years. This game is very, very, very over at this point. I mean, the last few minutes of this game, I just played like, I don't know how they could ever win again, but I'm just gonna kill them and take my time. So for those of you checking the details as well, in the bottom left and top left, you can see that this match took a long time. This was all the matches with this deck took very long. So if you like long, intricate matches of Magic, this is definitely a deck for you. Highly recommended. These matches are a ton of fun. Yeah, as we go ahead and block, like, they can't do anything. There's nothing in that deck that beats us, and we even have a mana leak and a Surgical if we really need it. Like, that's nothing going on for them. They give our Arclight Phoenix Vigilance here, by the way, while we're attacking, and then they just concede the match. So for match number 2, I totally didn't forget to press record while I started this. So we start off with me Serum Visioning as they go for a Lingering Souls. I didn't tap out for Young Pyromancer here, because 1, they're playing Path to Exile, Fatal Push, and Lightning Bolt. And 2, I know they're a Madu Pyromancer deck, so they play Lingering Souls, and I have a Cling to Dust in my hand. Yeah, then we take a Smallpox here as we get rid of their Spirit. I bolted the Spirit. It's not a good trade, but I wanted my Arclight Phoenix in play, which makes it worth it. It's not, otherwise I wouldn't have done it, I think. As we play a Young Pyromancer, I'm fully expecting this Young Pyromancer to die without value if I don't do it like this. They Cleansing Wildfire, their Flagstones of Trocare, so they ramp up some mana. Doesn't really matter at this point. We're both very low to the ground. When your opponent is playing Smallpox, they're not playing like 5 or 6 drops or anything. So they're just ramping, just thinning it out, drawing a card. They Lightning Bolt my Pyromancer. So in response, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice my Elemental token here. As they Damnation. We saw that of the Inquisition, by the way. Did we Inquisition them? I knew about this Inquisition, so... Or I knew about this Damnation. I don't know how I knew about it, but I knew about it. So yeah, we're just Manamorphosing it here. And yeah, their Urbok makes it so that I can use Village Rights off of Spirabluff Canal. And this is just such a blowout. I draw 2 cards. The Pyromancer goes away anyway because their Lightning Bolt fizzles. So just tons of value. Definitely worth it. And yeah, we just bolt them. We have a 1/1, and at this point they're just very dead. So that's nice. I like it when they're dead. That's just the way I like it, you know. And as we mulligan this hand because it doesn't cast spells, then we get Inquisitioned here, which is not ideal for us. Yeah, they take a Serum Visions. We Thought Scour with on Phoenix. Like, this deck cannot hit an Arclight Phoenix on a Thought Scour in a million years. It's so insane how often I miss on it. Like, the chances aren't that big. If you count it out, it's like 30% or something, 20%. I'm not completely sure, but the chances are there. So, at least hitting once would be nice. Arclight Phoenix goes for the Chandra here. We cast it for its alternative cost of 4 mana, by the way. I'm just hard casting it here. They Chandra 2 Fatal Pushes just in a row. Then they path to exile our Phoenix. Then we go ahead and bolt their Chandra. Inquisition for us. We take the Ashiok. Man, that's the quickest Ashiok I've ever taken. Like, that was not fast forwarded at all. They have a Cling to Dust, which is really bad for us. I go ahead and Inquisition here, which is kind of wrong, but I get lucky and hit the Plague Engineer, so that's nice. Then they play a Liliana of the Veil. I Mana Morphose trying to hit like an instant speed something, so I might, or a Phoenix, so I might just get lucky a bit and use the sacrifice, the discard. Yeah, then the game just devolves in. They have stuff. They have a Liliana going. I don't have stuff, and I'm just going to die. Oh, that was me almost conceding. That should not have been on the screen, but there it was. Surprise, surprise. Just a happy little accident. Arclight Phoenix for me again, and at this point, like, I'm attacking, but I don't think I really stand a chance in this game anymore. So I just go ahead and concede here. I think I'm done. For game number 3, we keep this 2 land hand, and basically we pray they don't have a smallpox. That's just this hand. We pray they don't have a smallpox. And I knew they had it the moment they Inquisition my Inquisition. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die. Still just playing out the Pyromancer, because if I was wrong, which I tend to be at times, I mean never, ever, ever, yeah, I would have been very far ahead, but at this point, I'm just getting brutally massacred. Like, there's no other way to describe this. I'm just not getting my mana going. Nothing is working out. They have a Liliana of the Veil. They're discarding my hand. Like, nothing is going my way. Everything is just rough. I try to Thought Scour, maybe hit a land. I do actually hit the land, but it just doesn't matter. I was so unbelievably far behind. So here we tap out, and they actually just boil us. I was like, I might be back in this game, and then they boiled us, and I was like, yeah, okay, concede. Like, I'm not even gonna try against Boil. Yeah, then we get a Chromatic Star going for our opponent. We Inquisition a second one. Then we Thoughtseize, then we see double Karn and an Ulamog. We haggle something away, draw a card. And they have Natural Tron into a Karn, and we're getting Karn a bunch here, so we're never beating that. And we concede. We put in Cleansing Wildfires and nonsense. Yeah, so Serum Visions for us. Try to get his hand going again. We have a Chromatic... they have a Chromatic Star. I play a Young Pyromancer. Young Pyromancer are very good in this matchup. Just turn 2, get the pressure going. We see this hand. Like, are you kidding me? They have Natural Tron plus 4 threats, which is absolutely nuts. So we go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire to keep them off Tron, because otherwise we would have gotten murdered so badly. That hand is something else, alright. So we keep the second Cleansing Wildfire as well, as we go ahead and attack in with our creatures. We just beat them down. So here they're doing the Blast Zone to 2. They tapped out for it, so they wasted their turn, because I'm just going to go ahead and Village Rite the Young Pyromancer anyway. Now that Blast Zone is on 2, which does absolutely nothing against this deck except for Young Pyromancer. Yeah, as we just Village Rite some stuff, we draw some cards. We're just beating down. Kind of Great Creator comes down. Spell Piece says no thank you. So we pierce through that. We play the second Young Pyromancer, because now I just want the pressure from the tokens. I know they can trade with the Blast Zone, but if they do that, then they just go ahead and lose the game, because then they're just tapping out again, dying. They end up the Spatial Contortionistling the Young Pyromancer as I haggle again. I'm just doing stuff at this point. They are very dead. If I ever find a turn, like, that hand is so insane. I'm so glad they never got drawn. I'm just trying to cast as many spells as I can, get a Phoenix back, and this should be lethal. So there they go. 6 minus 7 is -1. So yep, didn't change the sideboard at all. So here we go. There's a Swamp, Bloodstained Mire stuff. We have lands. I don't know why I started talking about the swamps. Anyway, we Spell Pierce and Ancient Stirrings. We Thought Scour. I was going to say they Thought Scour. I was like, what? We thought scour ourselves again. I thought about trying to hit that Tron Lens with the Thought Scour, because that's a play that you used to make a lot, because now you have Cleansing Wildfire, you can just kill it and then surgical it. So you don't really need to do that anymore, except in very niche situations, but this is definitely not one of those. They play a Khan the Great Creator, which gets them a... What did it get them again? Oh yeah, Liquid Metal Coating, which we Inquisition straight away. They have an Ugin who cannot be effed and 2 Ulamog, so we don't want them getting Tron, which is a thing. Yeah, then they find a Grafdigger's Cage. We don't like it, but we couldn't really stop it, so we just end up Thought Scouring them now. Because, well, I can't bring back Phoenix anyway, so if I mill a Phoenix now, it's just gone. Use the token to fire off a Village Rites, draw some cards here. Yeah, attack in with the Pyromancer, so that's Karn gone. Ancient Stirrings for them. They find a... What did they find? Oh yeah, another Karn. Yeah, Karn finds... oh man, so much happening in this game. Oh yeah, Karn found Walking Ballista, and once again we Inquisition it. Like, Inquisition, getting a Karn card into your hand from your sideboard is not very good against a deck running like Inquisition and Toxic. Like, I minus my Karn, put it in my hand, get Inquisition. Like, yeah, sure man, go ahead, do that. Yeah, Ugin who cannot be effed with got effed with, so that's nice. We kill another Karn. I Surgical Extraction the Karn here. That's mostly because I just want the Elemental token. I don't think it adds a lot of value for the rest, but just 2 life for an element, or just 1 mana for a 1/1 token is a very good deal right now. I need the pressure. And yeah, we die. Like, we were so far ahead. And then they top decked an Ugin on the last possible turn. Like, there's no justice in this video. Just none. Absolutely nothing is going my way this video. It's so evil. I mean, I had a ton of fun playing this deck, but man, I got screwed over again and again and again while playing this. This is why the video is a bit later than usual as well. I was like, man, I want to get lucky at least one match to show it off, but I just keep getting screwed over. Third match, we start Serum Visioning again. They play they cycle a Secluded Step, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? I mean, Sacred Foundry told me they will burn, and then they cycle a Secluded Step, and they weren't burned. So all I'm praying here is like, please Burning Inquiry me. They go ahead and Life from the Loam, however, which is sadness for us. I really want to get Burning Inquiry. My hand sucks. So they play Life from the Loam again with an Azusa, so they play a bunch of lands, like land stuff happening over there. It's just modern, people are playing way more lands. Then they Burning Inquiry me, hitting a land and another Merchant of the Veil. So we discarded a land and a Merchant of the Veil, and we got a land and a Merchant of the Veil, so that's nice. Then we got Ghost Quarter. We don't have any more basics, but I'm just attacking in here at this point. We haggle. I use the Village Rites on the Arclight Phoenix because I have the 3rd spell anyway, because the Village Rites give me the, the Revolved for the Fatal Push. And now I get to play 3 spells, draw 2 cards, kill the Azusa, and get my 2 Phoenixes back. So that was a huge turn. This was great. This was the turn that convinced me, like, this deck has something going on. Just something is going good here. Yeah, bought out some stuff that doesn't matter, bring in counter spells. We haggle again, discarding a Phoenix. We Serum Visions, finding Young Pyromancer, Fatal Push. And Arclight Phoenix on turn 2 comes in again. Well, again, with the Arclight Phoenix comes in again. God, I said it again. Man, talking is so hard. Talking this fast is actually really hard. I had a lot of trouble when I started the channel just talking this fast. Life from the Loam happens. They Winds of Abandon us, and we find the Swamp because it's better than nothing. And we get to actually ramp into double Pyromancer and Serum Visions now, which is great. This is a lot of power going on here right now. We draw a Phoenix, so I end up topping the Merchant of the Veil because I'm just going to go ahead and haggle, discard the island or something, I believe. I don't know what I was planning on exactly, but they conceded, so GG. Okay, so after playing those games, this deck feels very close to playable. Like, we were very close to winning that Tron match. If they didn't top deck that Ugin there, we would have gotten it. For the rest, yeah, the Mardu match. Yeah, Mardu is just a hard matchup for this deck. They just grind harder. They have a lot of graveyard removal these days. And Smallpox is also just very good against us. We're very low land. That definitely hurt there. For the rest, yeah, we just kind of got unlucky against Jeskai Ascendancy in the first game, but we won the match, so that's nice. Yeah, the deck, I could see some things change. Like, I do want a second Thoughtseize in the main. I don't know for what yet. Like, I would really need to play like a couple 100 games to figure it out, really. But I do like a lot of what is going on in this list. This list feels like it's tier 2 for sure. I can definitely see this deck just going at it at an FNM and just winning the FNM or something. I can definitely see it doing that. And with time and a lot of people just working on it, I can definitely see Phoenix coming back to tier 1. It's just such a powerful card. It's unreal how powerful this card is. For the rest, the sideboard, yeah, as I said in the beginning, a work of progress. We did board in every single card at least once, so at least I did get it kind of right, but this just depends on your meta game. Like, what do you want to beat? What do you want to lose to? Just think about it. Just change stuff up. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I had fun with this. I'm quite proud of my little brew here. I expected my brews usually do a lot worse than this, so I'm very happy about that. So yeah, very happy about this one. We'll definitely be returning to it at some point. And with that being said, I think I'm done here. So I'm gonna wish everyone a nice day. Stay safe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a nice day.